Respected dreamers, visionaries, and seekers of a life beyond the ordinary, I want you to pause for just a moment and truly feel this. 2026 is not just another year on the calendar. It is a blank canvas waiting for your boldest strokes, your highest dreams, and your fiercest actions. It is your chance, right here, right now, to transform your life in ways you've only imagined in the quiet corners of your mind. If you are ready to step into the power of possibility, to ignite the fire within you, and to make this year the turning point of your life, then I invite you to listen closely. Because what I am about to share with you is not theory. It is the lived truth of people who refuse to settle, who refuse to compromise, and who decided, without hesitation, that 2026 would be their best year ever. I want to start with a story. Imagine a young woman named Maya. Just a few years ago, she felt trapped. She had dreams bigger than the life she was living. But she told herself that she wasn't ready, that the timing wasn't right, that her circumstances were holding her back. But one day, something shifted. She realized that it wasn't the world keeping her small, it was her own mind. She began to visualize a life that felt so real, so alive, that her brain started to align with that vision. She set small, deliberate steps every single day, and before she knew it, doors opened that she hadn't even knocked on. Opportunities came that she hadn't even imagined. By the end of the year, Maya had transformed her reality completely. Not because life changed, but because she did. And this is where 2026 comes in for you. Just like Maya, you have a choice. You can let this year pass as just another 365 days, or you can decide that every single moment matters. You can choose to rewire your mind, to align your thoughts with the life you desire, and to take intentional action that propels you forward. The difference between an ordinary year and your best year ever is not luck. It is clarity, courage, and consistency. Your brain is the most powerful tool you have. It can either keep you stuck in old patterns, replaying the same fears and doubts, or it can become the engine that drives you toward your highest potential. I want you to visualize this with me. Close your eyes for a second. Imagine yourself on December 31st, 2026. Picture the pride, the joy, the excitement, and the confidence coursing through your veins because you took control of your life. You didn't wait for the perfect moment. And that doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design.
Let me tell you about a man named David.
For years, David struggled to get ahead. He worked long hours, sacrificed time with his family, and yet he felt like he was running on a treadmill, always moving but never arriving. One day, he realized that his thoughts were the chains holding him back. He was constantly telling himself, I can't, I'm not ready, I don't have enough. And the more he said it, the more his life reflected it. But when he decided to take control of his thoughts, everything began to shift. He started feeding his mind with possibilities instead of limitations. He visualized his ideal life with precision. He imagined the energy, the relationships, the impact, and even the small victories along the way. And slowly, almost imperceptibly at first, his world began to align with his new thinking. Opportunities appeared, doors opened, and his life began to change in ways he never thought possible. This is why the first step toward making 2026 extraordinary is mastering your mind. Every morning, take a few moments to consciously set your intentions for the day. Speak your goals aloud. Visualize them. Feel the emotions of having already achieved them. When you do this, your brain starts working behind the scenes to make your vision real. This is not magic. This is the neuroscience of success. Your mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. So, if you immerse yourself in the feeling of achievement, your brain begins to guide you to the actions that create it. But there's more. Making this year your best year ever also requires resilience. Life will test you. Challenges will arise. There will be moments when you doubt yourself, when obstacles feel insurmountable, when the temptation to give up whispers in your ear. And this is exactly when the winners separate themselves from the rest. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not the absence of struggle, but the ability to persist in the face of it. Think of someone like Sarah, a single mother who wanted to start her own business. Every step forward seemed to come with 2 steps back. There were moments when she questioned whether it was worth it. Yet she kept moving, no matter how small the steps, no matter how slow the progress. She committed to learning, to growing, to adjusting her approach without giving up. By the end of the year, she had built a thriving business, not because the journey was easy, but because she refused to quit when it was hard. Resilience, my friends, is the muscle that carries you through the storms of life, to the shores of your greatest achievements. And alongside resilience, you need courage. Courage is the willingness to step into the unknown, to face fear head-on, and to act despite uncertainty. Most people wait for the perfect conditions, for the right moment to arrive, but the truth is, there is never a perfect moment. There is only the decision to act now, to take responsibility for your life, and to embrace the challenges that come with growth. Courage does not mean you won't feel fear. It means you feel it and move forward anyway. Now, I want you to reflect for a moment. Think about the areas in your life where you've held back because of fear, doubt, or uncertainty. What if 2026 was the year you stepped forward anyway? What if this year you decided to take bold action in your relationships, your career, your health, your personal growth? What if you decided to no longer let fear dictate your choices? Imagine the energy, the momentum, the confidence that would create in your life. That is the power that is waiting for you when you choose courage. Finally, making this year your best year ever requires focus. The world is full of distractions, endless streams of information, endless options, endless noise. But the key to extraordinary results is simplicity. Decide what truly matters to you. Identify the few goals that will create the biggest impact in your life. Then, with unwavering focus, pour your energy, your time, and your resources into them. The difference between a scattered effort and a focused one is like night and day. Focus transforms potential into reality, and it turns ordinary action into extraordinary results. As you embrace clarity, belief, action, resilience, courage, and focus, you begin to see a pattern emerge. These are not just principles. They are a way of life. They are the blueprint for turning a year into a masterpiece, for transforming your vision into reality, and for creating the kind of life that others only dream about. And the beautiful part is, it all starts with small, intentional steps taken consistently day after day. As we continue on this journey toward making 2026 your best year ever, I want to talk about something too few people understand: the power of your environment, the people you spend time with, the spaces you inhabit, and even the media you consume all shape your mindset, your beliefs, and ultimately your results. If you want to grow, you must surround yourself with growth. If you want to rise, you must surround yourself with those who inspire you, challenge you, and lift you higher. Think of a man named Alex. For years, Alex dreamed of financial freedom, but he was stuck in a circle of people who doubted his vision, who whispered, "That's impossible," and who lived their lives on autopilot. His dreams began to feel distant, almost unattainable. Then he made a conscious choice. He joined communities of people who were already living the life he desired. He sought mentors who had walked the path before him. He invested in relationships that inspired, educated, and elevated him. And slowly but surely, his mindset shifted. What once felt impossible became inevitable. His environment shaped his thinking, and his thinking shaped his results.
This is why 2026 can be your breakthrough year, but only if you take control of your environment.
Remove the negativity, the distractions, and the influences that hold you back. Fill your life with inspiration, education, and the energy of people who are on a mission just like you. Your environment is the fuel that powers your mind, and the right environment can accelerate your journey faster than anything else. But here's another truth. While your environment is powerful, the ultimate responsibility rests with you. No one can do this for you. No one can think your thoughts, feel your feelings, or take the actions for you. The key to your best year ever is mastering yourself. That means mastering your emotions, your habits, and your focus. It means showing up every day with intention, discipline, and a relentless commitment to your vision. Let me share a story about Emma. Emma was talented, intelligent, and ambitious, but she struggled with procrastination and self-doubt. She would start projects full of excitement, only to abandon them when challenges arose. One day, she decided enough was enough. She created a system of habits that aligned with her goals. She committed to waking up early, reading and learning daily, and tracking her progress. She held herself accountable. Slowly, the procrastination faded. Confidence replaced doubt. Projects that once seemed overwhelming became manageable. By the end of the year, she had accomplished more than she ever imagined, not because life gave her a gift, but because she mastered herself. And this is where the magic happens. When you combine clarity, belief, action, resilience, courage, focus, and a supportive environment with self-mastery, you create unstoppable momentum. You begin to attract opportunities, people, and experiences that align with your vision. Your energy becomes magnetic. Your confidence becomes contagious. You start living life not as a reaction to circumstances, but as a creator of your destiny. Now, let's talk about something most people ignore: reflection. If you want 2026 to be your best year ever, you must take time to reflect regularly. Celebrate your wins, learn from your setbacks, and course correct when necessary. Reflection is the compass that keeps you on track. Without it, you can move quickly, but you may drift off course. With it, every action becomes intentional, every decision becomes powerful, and every day contributes to your ultimate vision. Imagine for a moment the end of 2026. You are looking back on the year, feeling the pride and satisfaction of knowing that you gave your all. You faced challenges with courage. You stayed focused on what mattered most. You mastered your mind, your habits, and your environment. You acted consistently even when it was hard. You didn't wait for luck. You created your own. That feeling, that life, that sense of accomplishment, it is available to you right now, today, in the choices you make and the actions you take. And one more thing I want you to understand. Making this year your best year ever isn't just about achieving external success. It's about becoming the person you were meant to be. Every goal you achieve, every milestone you reach is a reflection of your growth, your courage, and your commitment.
Success is not measured by what you accumulate, but by who you become in the process. The person who steps into 2026 with intention, purpose, and relentless belief in themselves will finish the year transformed, inside and out.
Now, as we enter the final stretch of this journey toward making 2026 your best year ever, I want to speak directly to your heart. Everything we've discussed: clarity, belief, action, resilience, courage, focus, environment, self-mastery, and reflection is a powerful toolkit. But here is the ultimate truth. The power to create your best year ever lies in your willingness to step fully into your own life. It lies in your decision to stop waiting, stop doubting, and stop playing small. Think of people who inspire you. Those who have achieved extraordinary lives did not wait for permission. They did not wait for perfect conditions. They did not wait for a sign from the universe. They decided, they committed, they acted, and they kept moving forward even when every part of them wanted to quit. And that is exactly what I want for you. I want you to decide right here, right now, that 2026 will be the year you refuse to settle, the year you refuse to compromise, the year you refuse to let fear, doubt, or uncertainty dictate your choices. Imagine waking up every morning with a sense of purpose so strong that it fuels everything you do. Imagine approaching each day with energy, focus, and clarity that propels you towards your dreams. Imagine looking back at the end of the year and knowing with absolute certainty that you gave it everything you had, that you grew, you learned, you stretched, and you achieved more than you ever thought possible. That is not a dream. That is a decision. That is the life waiting for you when you commit fully to making 2026 your best year ever. And here is the final, most powerful piece of the puzzle: gratitude. No matter where you are starting from, no matter what challenges lie ahead, begin each day with gratitude. Be thankful for your life, for your growth, for the opportunities you have, and for the lessons you are learning along the way. Gratitude transforms your perspective. It shifts your energy. It aligns your mind with abundance instead of lack. And when you approach life from a place of gratitude, doors open, relationships deepen, and your journey becomes not just about achievement, but about joy. So here's my invitation to you. Step into 2026 as the creator of your life, not as a passenger. Define what matters most to you. Believe in your ability to achieve it. Take bold, consistent action. Surround yourself with the right people. Master your mind, your habits, and your focus. Reflect, adjust, and grow. And above all, do it with courage, determination, and gratitude in your heart. This is your year. This is your life. And the only thing standing between you and your best year ever is the choice to claim it. I want you to feel it right now: the excitement, the energy, the possibility. Let it ignite your heart. Let it guide your steps. Let it remind you every single day that you are capable of extraordinary things. 2026 is not just another year. It is the year you rise, the year you grow, the year you become the person you were always meant to be. And when you embrace it fully, when you act with intention and courage, there is no limit to what you can achieve. As we close this journey together, I want you to take a deep breath and truly feel this. 2026 is not a distant future. It is not a collection of days waiting to pass. It is here, it is now, and it is yours to shape. The person you will become by the end of this year is already living inside you. brave, capable, unstoppable, all you need to do is step forward and claim them. Remember, the year does not make the person makes the year. Every thought you choose, every action you take, every decision to persist, to grow, to believe, it all compounds into a life far greater than you ever imagined. The doubts, the fears, the past setbacks, they do not define you. They are merely chapters in your story, setting the stage for the triumphs that await. Look at yourself and say, I am ready, I am capable, I am worthy. This year will be my best year ever. Feel the power in those words. Let them resonate through your mind, your heart, your very being. Then take action. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when everything feels perfect. Take action now, because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that first step is often the most courageous and the most transformative thing you will ever do. I want you to imagine December 31st, 2026. Picture the pride swelling in your chest, the joy radiating through your life, the gratitude that fills your heart. You will look back and realize that every challenge, every late night, every moment of self-doubt was worth it. You became someone stronger, someone wiser, someone who no longer waits for life to happen but makes life happen. And that, my friends, is true freedom. That is true success. That is the reward for daring to step fully into your own power. So now, step forward, step boldly, step with clarity, belief, courage, and gratitude. Make 2026 not just a year to remember, but a year that changes everything. For you, for the people you love, and for the legacy you are creating. This is your life. This is your year. Own it, embrace it, live it, and make it without a doubt your best year ever.